I am hoping that you guys are doing your portfolio task. You are doing it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening, Teja.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. So today we will be learning about basics of JavaScript, the ones that we will be required. We will need to learn. We will need to know while learning Node.js. And have you guys installed Node.js and VS Code in your system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have not, please do. Today, I guess, no, even today we will need it because we are going to run our Node.js inside, we will be running our JavaScript inside Node.js only. So, no, we will be running our JavaScript inside Node.js with VS Code only. Okay. So, right now, let me just start sharing my screen. Okay. So, yeah. So, this is my, all right. Okay, so this is a different project. Let's just open a new one uh, on terminal and say code. Okay. So right now we will just get a new folder on the desktop. We will say uh, and we will just select this folder. Chalo. I hope that everything is visible to you guys. The font is big enough so that you can see.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo. So the first thing we need to know is node works. So if we say node v in our terminal, and how you open your terminal is pressing Ctrl J or going to terminal and pressing new terminal, and it says it brings up your terminal. Okay, so I already have one terminal, so I'm just closing this one right now, and inside the terminal we can type in node v. You see it says 14.15.0. Okay, so if you have node.js successfully installed, this should work for you. uh, and then whatever you want to do, first let's just save this file and we'll call it uh, basic scripts. Okay, so this is your basic scripts.js, and now, okay, okay, so right now we are going to start working with the sim. So if I say console.log, this is used to get data and this is great for debugging. Let me just rename this so that it is easier. So we'll just say app.js for now, and we will call it just console log hello world. Now this is not from the server, and we have actually not created a server, so don't be happy because yeah, it works hello world. Okay, so that is how you use console log, and you can pass in objects inside this also. So you say const obj equals to obj equals to, and then inside the curly brackets you describe your object. So what is an object? Now you being a human are an entire object. That object has a name, a weight, age, class, gender, and then you also have many things like your height, personality, which college you went to, which board you studied in, and all that. So that is an object. Okay, so let's just start with name, and inside the object you will have a name. So for string types, so if you're putting anything inside inverted commas, that becomes a string. Okay, so my name is Moheb Dabilkar. And then the second type we are using inside object is uh, number. So I will say phone number. Okay, and then I will just insert number. So that will be 9833512020. There are many other objects like if I wanted to put in date of birth, let's just call it DOB. Then we have to say new date, okay, and then inside that we will pass in my date. Okay, so but right now we are not dealing with those objects. Okay, and what if you want to put in a function inside this? You can also put in a function. So let's just say I have first name, so I will call that f name, and that will be Mohit. And you have to put in a comma to distinguish that it has ended, and then you will say L name, and that will be Dabilkar. Chalo. Then you can carry out a function inside this. You can just say full name equals to, it is a function, right? Sorry for this, it should be like this. And then inside this you can just pass in console log f name plus L name. Okay, so this is how you create an object. We won't be using functions inside an object, so let's just backspace it out. But what we will be doing is we will be using object inside an array. Now you can create an array inside over here. So let's just say array, and then over here we will say uh, anything. You can say like I have more than one phone number, but you are supposed to insert one type of data only. So if I enter 123 over here and then I insert name over here, well, it won't work. Okay. So now if I go and console log obj, I should have showed you with that date and all, but let's just not do. You see, it says name is not defined. It should be name, and even then now running it, okay, it does work. Chalo. But you can't pass in unknown objects and all inside this. So that is what you need to know. In low level languages, you cannot do that. At least when I was doing Java and C, C++, you cannot put more than one type of variables inside this. But JavaScript, being a high level language, handles much of the uh, hood work. That is the things that go behind your back and you don't have to do anything. That things are handled by themselves. Okay. Hello. And now we have an object, but what about returning many types of objects? So there is something like a class, okay? And inside that, we cannot use class, okay? Okay, inside class name. So the class name is, let's just say Node.js is the class name. And inside that there are many students. So there will be many students with different objects. So for now, instead of typing in everything, okay, so we can just now copy and paste this. I'm audible and perfectly visible, right? You guys can see me.
Yes, sir.
Sunita has joined. Yeah, Sunita is in. Chalo. Okay. So this is how your array of object look like. So this is known as nested objects. Okay. So, well, now we want to find one out of this. So we use something known as methods. Now, last time I had a student who went for an interview and did not know methods, and he was using them all the time when he was using React and all. And I was like, "What? Why don't you know methods?" So we have some methods that run on our object, on our arrays, and methods are basically something that are predefined. Like you write a function, so we will say const add equals to, it takes in two of this, and then it will return us console log to us a plus b. But instead of doing an a plus b, we have a math function. If we import math and all, it will just add the two for us. And just like that only, we have something that says map function for an array. So if I say obj dot map, and then so we have node.js right now. So our object will be node.js, which is an array, and inside this you have to name one of them. So right now we have students. So if I say student, and then inside this we will just say console log student. So right now if I run the same, you see it gave us this five many times. Let's like 1 2 3 4, and we have put in that 4 times. Okay, and one more time it be a console log because of this. Now if I try and run it again, it should do it only 3 times. Okay, let's just change this from Mohib to Sunita, and her surname was Singh. Chalo. And then we have Madhu. What is the surname for Madhu? Madhu, आपका surname क्या है? मधु कुमार, I guess. और बाद में पवन सा
No,
आएगा,
sir.
दक्षिणा जी.
No, sir. CHUNDRE.
Yeah, Chandra. Yeah, I got it over here. Okay. So right now, if I just console log this out, you see it says fname Sunita Singh, and then for Madhu and then Mohib. Like that only we have many things for string and all. If you want to know methods in, just Google for methods in JavaScript, and over here in W3 school you will find many things. So object methods and all are there. You see we have this function and it returns as a function. So there are many things you can do. So these are object methods. There are string methods also. You see array methods, string methods. But the most friendly site is JavaScript documentation. Okay, and if you go to this devdocs.io, this is one website. This two are very well helpful website. So this is a developer.mozilla.org, and you can find anything over here related to the web. So you need to go through this. It will help you a lot. You see these classes and all. You should know how to do use this. But this is very user friendly. This one, and also contains the same data. So I prefer this just because this has dark mode. I don't like this white background to a black. So you can use any of the two, and you know that how to use things. So there is date object, classes, boolean object is there, then array buffer is like sending array part by part. You have your math function, that one I just told you about, adding stuff and all. Okay, so let's just go out of this and back to our this. Okay, so now let's just remove all this, and we will go a bit back. So we will go to a scratch pad, and we will start with where, let, and const. Okay, so these are three different things. First, we used to have only var. So its full form was variable, and it will be taking in your variable. So var a, b, or whatever you want. And then we had a let. Okay, no, we got let and const. So what is the difference and why not using var? Well, you see, the issue with var was you were not able to specify an object that could be mutable or not. So if I say var a equals to 10, and then I console log it a, okay, and let's just run this. Let me just clear this control key. Okay, no, CLS, and it just controls for us. And when you see it says 10, and now I can say a equals to 20 also, and it won't have problem displaying 20. Okay, so now I don't want to change my value of a anywhere in my code. I did this accidentally. So having var would just create bugs, and that is a developer experience problem also. So we had the introduction of let and const. So now if I say const a equals to 10 and then I say a equals to 20 and then I console log a, let's just hope that it does not work. Yeah, it doesn't work. It shows an error says assignment to constant variable. So that is a problem. Okay, that is a feature, that is not a problem. Problem will be when you don't want to convert your a to 20. Okay, so that should not be happening. But once you say let to this guy, it will allow you to run. You see it says 20 over here down there. So that is the difference between where and why we don't use it. And we can still use where, like you don't know whether you will be mutating your object or not, and at the end that you decide that okay, so this will not be mutated or this will be mutated. So that is when we are using where. For now we don't use where and all, but we use const mostly when we are actually coding stuff dynamically or hard coding things. But for right now we will be using let and const only, no wheres. Okay. Then after that we have data types. So I told you about data types. So there are string and numbers, and then there is date, array, and object. Okay. There are many others also. There are function data types. So many more. Like not a lot. There are bit only. I might not know. These are the ones that I know and must be forgetting some of them. So for now, know that only. Okay. Okay. After this, we are supposed to learn about functions. Okay. How many of you know about functions for us? You guys know functions, right? How to define a function, use a function. Anybody? Anybody about functions, please? Okay, I take it that you guys don't want to reply, or you guys don't know about functions. Madhu, Komal, Pavan, Sairam, anybody about functions? Okay, Pavan knows. What about the rest? All right.
So functions in C++ and Java, I know.
Yeah, they are the same over here also. I don't think there is any difference over there. There is only one small add-on that JavaScript uses. That is, you can instead of directly passing in parameters, you can just say that a equals to 10 over here and b equals to 20. But I will show you that. Okay. But now, can you tell me how do you do functions in Java and C++?
So first
Since
we
they are the
define
same, it should work. Okay, yeah. First we define function. Okay, so I said function add over here. Then what?
then we define its local variables and then the operation we want to perform in, and then
Okay, so
we
they are
return the
cons.
result.
Okay, chalo. So you have a nice idea, and then we use the return statement to return the result. Okay, and then we call it by saying add, and then we pass in the arguments. Okay, uh, that's okay. I can't use that curly bracket. So you are right. Chalo. So let's just start with uh, this. So our add function will take in a and b, and inside then we will just say console log a plus b. We are adding right now, so we will do a and b. Okay. When I run this, it says 70. So that's total of 10 and 60 is 70. What if I don't pass in a and I just pass in b? The issue is that we will be getting unexpected token comma. Okay. And we can just pass in something like this. And okay, so now it says not a number. This is because it does not get b. We already passed a inside, so that is a it does not know what to do for that b. So now we can say if no a or no b, we'll just say console log enter one of missing one of the variables. Okay. uh, Now when I run this, it says missing one of the variables, so it just returns stuff for us. And else we can just say return a plus b, and let's just console log this for us right now. All right, so now if I pass in one over here and then another one is over here, okay, and save this, one should return us missing one of the variables and then 1 over 60. But what if you don't want to use this line, that if line, and you always want to return a number? Because while debugging this is fine, but when user is entering dynamic data, you just can't give this. Either you will have to error handle it, so that there are some things like while validating form, when you enter an email, if it is missing something, you get a message saying that email should be containing this, it is missing something, so that should not be an issue. So we can define things over here. So now we can say a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. And now let's call another function where we don't pass in anything. Okay, and let me just clear this. Okay, and now if we run it, it says 30 even though we have not passed in anything. You see, it says function add a plus add, and then over here a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. So that is your function. Now there is something better introduced with ES5 to us, so that is a arrow function. Let's just keep this function and we will just uh, do something like old way. So this is a comment extension with just it is known as better comments. So if you want, you can install it. It is this one. You see, better comments. It says if you want, you can just see it colors your comment. So if you specify star, then it says important information is highlighted. If you put an exclamation mark, it says do not use deprecated method. Some warning you want to show, then there are some questions you can use. Depends on you. You can also edit this. You see, better comments tag will be color, and then there are some other keys also you can use. So you don't need basically anything. All you have to do is just install this so that you can use this style of comments. Remember that writing comments is very important because others also want to know what you have done inside the code. Okay, so now we will just say this is a new way. When working with non-object oriented JavaScript, we can just say const arrow add. Okay, so I'm just calling it add, and this one is arrow function, so I'm saying an add to this guy. Then we will just put an equal to, so we are actually assigning it to a variable. Okay, and then inside this we will just create a function, and then we will create an arrow from this only, the name arrow function, because it just looks fine and clear, and it has been already assigned to variable. So while calling it, you don't have to do anything. You can just say add, and then put in parentheses, and it will just run directly. Okay, so there is no need to create something else extra for you. So for now, we will just console log hello. Okay, add is not defined. Yeah, we have not defined add. Okay, uh, we need to just call it over here, and then it will say okay. Yeah, now it should work. Yeah, it says hello. Okay, that is my bad. Let's just say hello. All right, so this is your arrow function, and we can go ahead and simplify this even more. Let's just say we had two variables. Okay, and then we are uh, adding them over here, a plus b. So now if I run this, it says not a number. Okay, we need to enter this over here. So let's just do 10 and 20. So now it says 30, but we can shorten this instead of adding this whole brackets over here. What we can do is just put this inside one line only. And now it still says 30. We can still make it smaller, but the given condition is that you need to have one variable as an parameter over here. So you are passing in two arguments over here, and there is two arguments over here. But if you have only one, okay, and let's just say console log a, okay. Now if I save this and run this, it should work. Yeah, it works. But if you have one variable, you can just say this. But yeah, now my autosave works sometimes. Well, now this is 10, and you see that big function which was supposed to be the of three lines is now just one line of code. Okay, even if we had just one parameter, we still had to use three lines. Okay, so for now we will be using functions, but there is something known as the this. You know this. If I console log this over here and try to console log the same, so let's just say this over here, we will get two different things. Okay, so let's just say uh, add, let's just call both of these guys. So we will just remove these parameters and call in. You see a is not defined. Yeah, let's just remove this for now, and then this also. Now it should work. Yeah, all right. You see inside the first function, the this that we want, let's do it one by one because that is just adding both of them. So now we are inside our function, that is function add console log this. So this is a normal function, not an arrow function right now. So inside this guy we have the global object, and then it has clear interval, clear timeout, set interval, set timeout, and all of these things that we can use directly inside a function. Okay, so these are the things that you can use inside a function. So that is one thing. And if I just do this and save this, and let's just console log this guy, it returns an empty object because this now it might sound confusing, so please bear with me, and if you don't understand, stop me right there and ask me. Okay, so now this, so that is this. Okay, and then it refers, it does not stop over here. So this inside this, okay, stops inside the function itself. So that is why we are getting the things that we can call in functions. And it turns into a global this, and this is your function this. So it says any only. You see that any over there, it refers to this function, while this refers to a global this. Instead of doing the using this right now, and if I just put this as a function inside this guy, okay, and we will call it from we will just say console log add, okay, and we will say ARDD. Okay, so now instead of returning us an empty object, it should return what this function can. So let's just hope that it works. Yeah, you see it says undefined, so that is coming from this function. But while we call this over here, then it is returning us this over here. So this right now, what we are doing is we are, instead of, we should not console log this guy, we will just call it because it is already console logging stuff. Yeah, Okay, now you see that this refers to this function right now, and it has come out and stopped inside this function. So it is very confusing to use. That is why we have moved away from the class based, that is object oriented programming, and added all the stuff inside this non object oriented programming. So if you don't understand this, don't worry. I know it sounds funny and all, because I'm saying this. Okay, so that is your this, and then we did about our functions, we did our arrays, we did our nested arrays. Okay. Well, there's still more many things that I want to show you. There are things like for each. Okay, so there are for each, and then there are string methods. So we are going to surf through the internet right now. Okay, so let's just say string methods in JavaScript. All right, where is my Mozilla? Okay, let's just stick with Mozilla. And there are still functions also. Okay, so there are methods and functions. So there are things like the length. Okay, so we have length that starts from 0. Okay, and then you want to do this, and then index of. Okay, then we can also use not equal to, hmm, and then this slice to lowercase. Okay, so first we are going to start working with strings. So we'll just say const str equals to hello, I am a string. Now we are going to carry out some functions. So we are going to console log them. So str dot length. I hope my length is spelling is right. Yeah. So we are just going to say str dot length, and it says 19. Now if you go ahead and count this, so this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Oh, what did I do? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. Are we doing bad? Something wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, what if I do str dot, there is a method, uh, we have str dot, hmm, what about retrieving one character of this guy? Okay, so you see it starts with 0. So H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, then second L is 3, and that is 4. Okay, so now, yes, it works, and but it says undefined. This is because it starts from 0. Now, if you put in 18 over here, it should read out that G. Okay. In different other languages, it should print out 18. Now, I don't know if things have changed or not, but now it says J, and now you can say 19, and it says undefined. Wait a second, now I have a call to take. Wait a minute, huh, guys. I have a call to take, that's why. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay. Uh, so let's get back to our meeting. Okay, so we get an undefined over here, and that is because, and but it shows that we have a length of 19. Okay, but that does not work like that. You start counting from zero. Computers start counting from zero, and now even if you do str dot length, it says undefined. Okay, so you know that like that only, and then you put in -1 and it suddenly starts working. Okay, now there is one more function that we have seen, that was index of. So okay, I just closed it, forget it for now. If you say index of I and run it, it says 6, but there is one more I over here, so you need to pass in a second parameter. Okay, and then let's just say 2. Okay, it still says I. Yeah, so the second one should not be or like that. That is a problem now. Each search string and position should be a number, right? Hmm. All right, so it should be working. Well, it does not work, that's a sad thing. So let's just forget about this guy. Then we have something known as includes. So this is the one we will be using. Okay, so we'll be using it for validation. And if we have a message that says validation failed, we will uh, return true or false. So right now, I actually pasted in this. You see, it says false right now. So includes returns as a boolean value. So boolean values are true and false only. And if you see, we don't have, I don't have any of this open right now. Let's just go to this. Yeah, inside a model, you could see many things. So this is our college model right now. Yeah. So there are many things. So this type is string, and then there's this is known as a enum value. Okay, so we are looking for uh, boolean. Yeah, you see it says type boolean, and default is false. So this is, and we are also using boolean for this required part also, that is true and false right now. So that is your boolean value, and then we also had date over there. I just skipped it right now. Okay, so let's just close this and stop this right here. All right, so now you guys can start with learning other things. Okay, there's one more I need to show you. Filtering errors. Okay, so it is an array. It should not be an object, it should be an array, and it should say name is Mohit, and then there is one more and it says this array. Okay, all right, so now I can just say console log array dot filter, and we can just say name is Mohit. Okay, I'm just, let me just go to my previous tab which we, all right. No, not this. Array dot phototype dot filter. Yes. Okay, so array dot filter, then you have to map the string out. So that is how you do that right now. So let's just call it A, and then inside that we have a condition. So we will just say name equals to MHEB. Okay, so now you see it gives us one array, and if I just remove this, you see it still gives us one, and because it is matching HEB with that. This is where the triple operator comes in. So it will check that exactly it matches to this. So now it says name is not defined. Okay, yeah, it should say a dot name. Okay, now it does not return anything, it just returns an empty array. Okay, so and if I just do this again, it should return something, name heb. All right, so that is how your filter works. Okay, so there are things that you need to also learn about things. We will be talking about callback functions, and for now, all you need to know is array.filter, and then we are not going to use this. This is used for geodata. Concat we may not use. Okay, maybe I will show you some other way to do it at that point. But and then that one string function that I showed you, that one we will be using. Don't worry about the loops, that for loop, while loop. Uh, they won't be useful to you. The only loop you need to know is uh, which loop do we have right now. Okay, so we have map. So this is not actually a loop, it will just iterate through entire array, and then for each also. Okay, because we don't use for loop and that all when you are hard programming it and you want to work with entire data. So this is like, okay, let's open a bigger project. So this is another website. Okay, and now you just open it with code and do control shift F with this guy and look for something like a for loop. It says nothing was found, and even do also I have not used it anywhere. So you guys are supposed to learn it, but just to know, we don't use that all right now, at least for hard programming stuff. So that is your array loop, for loop, and all basics done. So that is all we'll be using. Uh, if you want to learn more, please, I request you to go to this page. Okay, so this is Google, and then just type in JavaScript documentation. So this is your documentation for JavaScript, and then there was one more I showed you guys, yeah, devdocs.io. So this is my favorite one. So you see global, this undefined, and all value properties are there. So please go over this. I know it is very big, but this is what will take you ahead. We will have Babel compilers. So Babel is a compiler. You should know that also. Cardova is another language. Don't worry about that. Okay. There will be something like Node.js. Yeah. This also part you need to know. And engines also you need to know. Movement.js is for your time library. It helps us better management of date and time. Then engines is your engine, that is your internet engine. So even if you go to google.com and then you go to the inspect part, okay, now go to the sources. All right, I just forgot where we are supposed to look for that, but inside your header. So this is your response, this is the preview. Yeah, okay, so this guy must not be using uh, are they using nginx? Okay, Google is not using nginx, so that is a sad thing. Well, but what it does is it is used to catch your data and make your site faster. Google must have their own engine, given that they can create an engine known as our V8 engine only. So there are websites that use that. Then there are other stuff too. So you have Perl, that is for another language. Don't go for PHP. Yeah, there is something I wanted to show you guys. What, where did that go? Okay, so there is one SAS. Okay, socket IO. Okay, so you need to know about socket IO. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah,
your
and
screen is not visible.
okay, I closed it. Chalo, you should say now. Okay, so I was just saying go to docs.io and then you have to learn about Yarn. It is just another terminal that we are using right now, right? So this our terminal right now is by given by Node, and every time we do anything, we are supposed to type in Node and all that. Okay, and but Yarn is just far more faster. You will learn about npm. I use Yarn instead of npm, so that is your network package manager only. And then you need to learn about TypeScript or also. Now these are things that I won't be teaching you, but you should know. TensorFlow is like your AI, but for JavaScript. SVG is for making cartoons and designs and all. Okay. Then React we will be using, so please go through this. Okay. And then uh, yeah, npm. Okay, so this is your npm, and about npm you should go. It is just your content sharing. Like it will manage content coming from the website. In your CLI you will be using npm, so npm access. The common will be npm build, and then there is npm run. You see run script, we will be using run dev when we install concurrently. That is another developer API. And the last thing I want to tell you is the nginx. Yeah, I was close this also you need to know. Okay, there are many things other than just JavaScript that you need to know. CSS and HTML being one of them, that is very important. Yeah, DOM is also you need to know. JavaScript document object model. So currently we cannot use this document. It is only accessible to browsers. So if I do uh, console log and then we say document, okay, it will just return as document is not defined. But if you go to Control Shift I over here and go to console and you say document, you see it returns us something like this. Even you can console log it. So let's just say console dot log document. Okay, it returns your document. So that's your document right now. Okay. All right. So there are many things you guys need to know. I will be teaching you. SAS, please learn about this. This is your CSS processor. I wish we had that time so that I can show you guys. It allows us to use programming inside this. So you have if else, you have functions. It just makes your life whole lot easier. And there's one more thing that I need you guys to install. That is Insomnia, not Weather app. So Insomnia is one of the things that you will need to install. Okay. So this is your application Insomnia. Okay. We will be using it to do post and get request. So all you have to do is go to Google and say download Insomnia. According to the name only, Insomnia, it does not allow you to sleep. Okay. So you can just go to, even though it says insomnia.rest, it does not allow you to rest and all, but it is just something that you need to learn. And we will be using, there is something Postman also. Okay, Postman you can use, but I prefer Insomnia because it has a far better UI and also allows us to do a lots of things you want. But the plus point about Postman is you can use Postman directly inside the browser only. Okay, so I really don't want to right now do this, but let's just see if it allows us. Nah, you need to sign in to do that. Okay, so there are this either of the one you have to download. So you can download Postman or Insomnia. I would just prefer Insomnia. So that wraps up our class for the day. Any doubts you guys have, any questions you want to ask, please ask.
Sir, can you share the recording, sir?
Okay, I will record the classes for you because this ones go to the Rajiv sir, and he does not have time enough. You wanted today's class also?
Only today's class, sir.
All right. Well, I can't provide you the recording because I by myself have not recorded. This recording is being done by our Rajiv sir, and I will have to ask him if he can share it with us. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. But from tomorrow onwards, I will make sure that I record the meetings for you, so that just in case you guys get disconnected and all, we can share that meeting with you. I do record for the other class. We have a folder also, but for now, I guess this is better. For now, for you, for today, I will have to see with Rajiv sir. If he shares with us, with me, I will send it to you. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a request.
Yes, please.
Sir, from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I have exam on this time.
Okay.
Kindly please change the time or allow me in another batch.
Well, the another batch is way ahead of you guys. They are at error handling. They are in the third, fourth week right now. So I can't put any of you over there.
Okay, sir, can you please change the time?
What other time are you guys other? Okay, let's say after 8:30 also I'm taking a class. What about that time? And
Sir,
in
it's
morning, what about morning?
some morning from morning 8:15. I have 3 exams tomorrow and after that also.
Okay. So
After 8:30 at night.
yeah, after 8:30 at night, let's just see if sir allows us, because we are not allowed to have meetings and all after 9 o'clock unless very urgent, and that
Sir,
is regarding projects and all.
can we have after 4:45 evening
4:45 to
after?
5:45. Okay, we can do that also. 4:45. Anybody up for 5 to 6? Five. We discussed upon 5 to 6. Everybody said no. What about the rest of you? 5 to 6. Is it fine? Madhu, Hadinath, Teja, Pawan, Komal. Any of you 5 to 6?
Okay, sir, it's fine.
Komal was accepting that tomorrow, so I guess that's out of question. What about Teja, Pawan, and Madhu?
Okay, sir.
Okay. What about Teja, Pawan, and Harinath? If you are not replying, I will take that as a yes. Okay,
Okay,
five to
sir.
six. Okay, 5 to 6 it is. Chalo. So we will meet tomorrow. Okay. Please work on your task and all. Your portfolio task. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Chalo.